What's up, guys? ClutchFang37 going to do a live stream of an Epoch Hawk as well as give a review at the end, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so here's the final product, Epoch Hawk 382C. Start with a piece of 50 cal mesh, I forgot to say at the very beginning. Just one of the pretty basic nylon one straight. My favorite top string do, I call it the shooting string, or the shooter's top string. I'll do a full video on that here in the next couple days. But basically, if you guys have been following my channel for a while, you understand that I do mostly mid to mid low pockets for my sticks. So trying to string a high pocket was very difficult for me. This head made it really easy. I really enjoy the Hawk. But there's the pocket. I'll put the pattern in the description down below if you guys have a 382C Hawk or just a normal Hawk you want to string up and try it out. But now for the review. Alright, so review for the Epoch Hawk, not just the 382C version, but just any version in general. I think it's a pretty cool head. When they first came out, I thought it was the dumbest thing in the world because it was designed for mid to high pockets. The offset is pretty, it doesn't seem like it's there, but it is there. And overall, I just thought it was just a goofy looking head. But then after getting a couple in the mail and stringing one up, I decided it's actually a pretty decent head. I've taken a couple shots with one of these. I'll show you my actual Epoch Hawk I use. And for not being a high pocket guy, I found myself being able to use this head. Lots of string holes in the side, which is awesome. One thing I like is these two rails right here. They kind of have a groove to where it holds the ball, so it's really nice for stick tricks. Overall, I think Epoch is doing some great things with their heads, shafts. Obviously, if you know about the Dragonfly shaft, you understand Epic's one of the best companies out there for shafts, or at least nowadays. That's my personal opinion. But like I said, I mean, stringing a high pocket one of these makes it pretty easy. The design of the head, I don't know, it's goofy looking, but it definitely works. So there's the face shape. Just having it on a stick after, excuse me, after using offset heads for a while has been, I don't know, it's definitely different, but I like it. I definitely recommend this to anyone who likes a mid to mid high pocket, and anyone out there who's like me and wants to try something new, and use something that not the whole, I guess, lacrosse community uses. I have yet to play a game where I've seen someone using a Hawk, and I think that's kind of cool, just because not many people out there may have them, and those kids who do, who knows. So Epoch Hawk, I definitely think it's one of the better heads out there. It's priced at 100. Sorry, I'm kind of sick, so my voice is a little. It's priced at 100, so it's kind of high up there, but it's still better than a Rabel 2 or a Surgeon 10 500, or even a Surgeon 500 for the price range. So there's the mesh one I did for 50 cal. I don't know if I'm selling it, keeping it. I don't know what I'm doing with it yet, but we'll see. And my actual Epoch Hawk I've been using, I have it on Dragonfly C30, Gen 5, IQ 5. I strung it up, of course, with a 6-diamond traditional. Now, this thing is an absolute cannon. Never liked the look of the Hawk, like I said before. The offset is very weird, but it works out if you string a mid to mid-high pocket, and it holds the ball nicely. As you can see here with the traditional, it's fairly mid to mid-high. It's a little baggy. Obviously, all traditionals will, but I strung it up pretty tight down here to where it's not going to bag out and sit there. It's going to stay up in there. One nylon, 2 straights, and this thing is just, it's an absolute cannon. The Hawk, it's starting to grow on me a bit more. I'm not too, I guess you could say, fond of it. I'm not going to pull it out and use it in a game until I get used to a high pocket, or even if that ever happens. But overall, I think they're really cool to have. It's definitely something different to do. First time I ever string a mid to mid high pocket in a traditional stick, and I think it came out pretty well. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Definitely check out 50calmesh.bigartel.com. I have added a couple pre-strung heads. I have a mint RP3X that I'm stringing up probably tonight, putting up on the website tomorrow, and a white CEO with a 50 cal mesh pocket. So definitely check it out. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you guys are looking for 382C Epoch Hawks, lacrosse.com has a couple more left. Definitely check them out if you're interested in picking one up. But regardless, I think that excuse me. I think that if you guys have the money for one, I think it's definitely worth trying picking one up. Especially if you're someone like me who's used to a mid to mid-low pocket and you've never really used a high pocket. I think it's really cool to have, and plus it's a piece of history. It's the first head of its kind. So that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had a lot of fun stringing and making it. It definitely gave me a challenge. High pockets are not my thing. So one last look at the 382C Epoch Hawk with a high, mid to mid-high. You know, now that I look at it, it's baggy. Mid, baggy to high pocket. I don't know, like I said, this thing gave me a struggle, but definitely fun nonetheless.